All right, welcome back. Let's talk about this. Nigerians must go. Major protests erupt in Ghana's capital. I'm looking at a report on Sahara Reporters. They said the protest comes amid rising tensions between Ghanaian citizens and segments of the Nigerian community following repeated incidents of criminal activity blamed on foreign nationals. Some Ghanaians on Saturday staged a protest at the popular Obra spot in Accra, demanding the immediate expulsion of Nigerians from their country over alleged involvement in crime and social vices. The protesters, who gathered in large numbers, displayed placards with messages such as Nigerians must go, end kidnapping, end prostitution, end armed robbery, end fraud, and end ritual murders. They accuse some Nigerians of fueling insecurity and moral decay in Ghana, with some of the placards reading, "Who protects the right and freedom of Ghanaians? Nigerians are kidnapping and using people for rituals, and our kids are getting missing because of Igbos." In a viral video obtained by Sahara Reporters, several protesters are seen draped in the Ghanaian national flag, while others donned red clothing, a traditional symbol
Yeah, that,
of
that word there is
resistance.
draped in Ghanaian flag.
Thank you.
Draped.
Draped. Yes, draped.
Yes.
Yes. So the protest comes amid rising tensions between Ghanaian citizens and segments of Nigerian communities, as I said earlier. He pointed, okay, hold on one second. He said in the time would come when even they and their children wouldn't be able to go out to buy something or return home safely. Let me see here. Someone apparently, I lost my train of thought there for a second. Hold on one second. All right, so another placard read, "Our health at stake due to mass prostitution." All right, so it's a lot. Obviously, I can imagine only so many placards, but
Isn't that funny?
right, just about
Our
Nigerians
our our health is at stake
at stake.
because
Okay, so
of mass prostitution.
right, wasn't there some kind of event somewhere, maybe a couple of decades ago, about Ghana must go? What do you have to say about this one? You can take it away, sir.
Thank you very much. According to what um, historians have to serve on the plate, the back and forth on Nigeria must go, Ghana must go, did not start with this most recent event of this past week, and culminating in other forms of a protest this weekend till this morning. The first time that this occurred between the country of Ghana and Nigeria was when Ghana was still answering to the colonial name of Gold Coast in 1954. They were the first people to demand that Nigerians be sent packing during the colonial domination of United Kingdom. 1956 again, Ghana did same thing against Nigerians. And fast forward to after the government of the Osegefo himself, the first post-colonial Prime Minister of Ghana, that is Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, after the fall of his government, the military, sometime around the early 70s, decided to send Nigerians packing again. And then when Ghanaians that were not really doing well and fleeing from all kinds of shenanigans perpetrated by the military leaders of that time, decided to move. There was an exodus of Ghanaians to, let's say, migration of Ghanaians to Nigeria. And people like us benefited from the presence of Ghanaians in those days. I remember even as far as Ayedogbe, my hometown was, from Lagos, we had several Ghanaian teachers. Some of them I still remember, Mr. John Enti, who taught me literature and English language. I remember Mr. Peter Shea, who also was my literature teacher while I was in Form 2. There was Ado Yobo, who taught Christian religious knowledge, Mrs. Birago, who taught agriculture, and Baba Krampa, who was our commerce teacher. He used to pronounce what Nigerians call commerce. He used to pronounce it commerce. So many of these teachers, you find them at Ushu Grammar School, the neighboring town to us, and all over Nigeria. Some of them were also artisans who practiced what was it called, trade of cobbler. There were some, because they are crying today, oh, it's too much prostitution from Nigerians. But I also remember that right at the back of our house in Ayede, there was this hotel, maybe it was a brothel, but you know, everything used to be called hotel, labeled hotel. There were Ghanaian sex workers there. I remember one of them, Efia.
Are you talking about Moonlight?
Yes, you're talking of thank you, Ola, because you know that locality. Yes, Moonlight. There were Ghanaian sex workers there. One of them was always very playful around town, jovial, but her name was Efia. So, what is now unique to Nigerians living in Ghana? Some of them getting involved in all kinds of activities, because according to Ghanaians, some of these activities will be seen as social vices, including sex work. I mean, this is the oldest form of trade all over the world. That Nigerians have the unfortunate situation of economic, what's it called? Economic situation in their country now, and then forgetting the fact that there are existing diplomatic protocols, bilateral and multilateral, in the name of sub-regional integration, ECOWAS. Way back in 1998, when Nigeria under General Abdulsalami Abubakar was preparing to transit from military rule to civilian democratic governance, the last ECOWAS summit there, if NTA still has the tape, they can play to the whole world. I had this unique question from the leaders of West African states attending that ECOWAS summit. Everything you've been saying here about regional integration, common currency that would compare with the euro in Europe, and all kinds of laudable economic integration and political integration objectives. I have traveled the West African sub-region extensively. There was no place I saw the common folk, citizens, buying into all the grandiose vision being eloquently put across within the ECOWAS auditorium at Asokoro, Abuja. And nobody could give a convincing response to my question that day. None of the present, the heads of government and heads of states that were present there. And that is what is dovetailing to what we are witnessing today. Yes, Europe does this. We have to have our own homegrown response. The economic, what's it called? The economic northern bloc of the world does this. This must be our appropriate response from Africa. But I tell you, the ordinary citizens of the different countries of West Africa are not buying into this vision, which is why this unfortunate xenophobic anger would just spring up, demanding for Nigerians to go back home. Nigerians will not go back anywhere because our leaders have committed to existing protocols on cooperation and integration in West Africa. And there is even a larger vision of that now all over Africa, that there must be more cooperation, more economic activities across artificially drawn 1885 Berlin conference, where Africa was balkanized by Europeans. Those are the things guiding the tantrums of our people. So who is suggesting to Ghanaians that when Nigerians leave their country, it is going to be kumbaya, that there won't be any more social vice in Ghana? There won't. So are Nigerians the ones running the scandals that we often hear in the leadership, or what's it called, government leadership of Ghana? People should look for some other scapegoats concerning whatever is happening there. Look at I was really laughing about the talk of rising prostitution, mass prostitution destroying their health. So why are they patronizing Nigerian prostitutes? Why are they? If somebody has something to offer, put something on the table. This is the negative thing I am offering you.
Right.
Can't you really keep yourself away from that?
You can also destroy the demand.
That's right. Wherever, there is always this thing. If you are the big brother in the room, there is always this tendency that people will look at you as being the alpha and omega of the issues bedeviling that environment. Nigeria is a big player all over the world. Nigeria is a big player. Look at the gang up that we witnessed in the officiating of the African Nations Cup for the ladies in Morocco. It's because it's Nigeria. And that is what you find in the political, social and economic space of Ghana today. They won't talk of the positive influence of Nigerians, how that economy continue to benefit from the spending power and influence of the Nigerians there. Everything must be blamed on Nigerians. This is so unfortunate. And what is talking this? We are really entertaining the fantasy and the mischief in those who hate Africa and Africans. And nobody should do anything to suggest that we are incapable of loving each other. We must embrace things that really bind us together. The commonality between Nigerians and the Ghanaians are really more than what these people are playing up. As I'm talking to you here, one of my best friends all over the world is Dr. Edward Apia-Brafo in Ghana. We've come a long way in this country. He assisted me in so many ways to cope with the challenge of being disabled. How can I now begin to look at Ghanaians as if they are my enemies? They are not my enemies. I would rather put aside, and I would also enjoin fellow Nigerians to put aside whatever feeling we are nursing concerning this protest. It's not personal, and nobody should handle it personally. Let the leaders sit down, think between themselves. But Ghanaians should remember, after Nigerians must have left, like they are clamoring now, is that going to be the end of all the problems in Ghana? Certainly not. Certainly not. Some people are somewhere. It's almost like Kwakwanso blaming Tinubu for economic marginalization of northern Nigeria. Somebody would always look for a way of playing brothers against brothers, sisters against sisters. And politicians are good at that. I hope there are no individuals fanning the embers of this kind of suspicion and danger of mutual destruction between Nigeria and Ghana. It's the same thing you find in South Africa. The same thing you find everywhere. However, to conclude my contribution on this, whatever evil Nigerians are known for outside the shores of Nigeria and within Nigeria, I think we need to shun such vices and live responsibly. Remember, when you were living your different homes, you were reminded to remember the sons and daughters of whom you are. And such ethos of responsible conduct, gentlemanly courage, ladies of positive virtues must go with us wherever we go. We need to shun anything that will make people to look down on us as if we are the start and the end of the problems of their lives. Thank you.
All right. So I guess with that being said, don't you think we should finally just put this beef to rest now? Which one is better, Nigeria jollof or Ghanaian jollof?
There would always be Nigerian jollof. There would always be Ghanaian jollof. I have tried both. Honestly,
are you a politician or a journalist? Which one?
I'm a journalist. What I'm telling you is, I've had occasions to travel to Ghana for reportorial duties. 2009, when President Barack Obama was there, I was one of the journalists who went there to report on that visit by President, former President.
And you felt like Ghana jollof should enter the same room as Nigerian jollof.
Well, you savor whatever Ghanaian jollof gives you and enjoy the peculiarities of
oh my God,
Nigerian
we can't get
jollof.
an answer out of you. Oh my God. Blossom Show says Nigerians should comport themselves in Ghana because of all these kidnappings, rituals, killings they enjoy doing. Nigeria should not be exported to another man's land. Ouch.
Well said. I agree completely.
Okay. Blossom Show also said Nigeria jollof is the best. Shout out to Abby. I see you, Abby.
Well, the truth of the matter is that you really can't say you have eaten Nigerian jollof, enjoy it in its own unique way. When you also have your Ghanaian jollof, make sure you don't compare between the two. Otherwise, you will be really messing your palate your palate up, your taste bud. Just enjoy whatever is on your table in a unique way.
Miss Elizabeth Omotayo says Nigeria jollof is the best. I don't know, but I think Nigerian jollof is the best.
I won't be dragged to such contestations. All I know is that Nigerian jollof has a strength, Ghanaian jollof has a strength. There must be something binding us together.
But there's only one of them that has weakness, that doesn't have smoke. You know when they say Nigeria smoke, Nigeria jollof, Nigeria smoky jollof. There's only one. So there's only one that has weakness of smoke.
I didn't know. I did not. I don't remember you being an executive chef. What I know is that, I don't remember you being an executive chef. Although I know that you have had something to do with executive chef soy oil. But the truth of the matter, is that you savor each meal the way they come. That is it.
Okay. With that being said, Nigerians, let's behave ourselves in another man's land. I don't think they can get rid of us. We are controlling the economy in that place. I don't think so, but I understand. Let's just behave ourselves. With that being said, you can't get rid of us. Nigeria, they carry last. But hit the like button, share, subscribe, follow, turn up your notifications so you're notified whenever we go live. We will be right back.